Hello, and welcome to another edition of WTF Just Happened Today, your essential guide to making the news make sense. It's Tuesday, January 13th, 2026, and I'm Matt Kieser. Today's edition was written and edited by me, and this audio article was narrated by an AI clone of my voice. Now, here's what just happened today. First up, at least 6 federal prosecutors in Minnesota and at least 5 senior prosecutors in the Justice Department's Civil Rights Division resigned over the Trump administration's handling of the fatal shooting of Renée Good by an ICE officer. Prosecutors said the Justice Department pushed them to investigate Good's widow instead of opening a civil rights investigation into the shooting, while the Justice Department said that suggestion was false. Next, Minnesota, Minneapolis, and St. Paul sued the Trump administration to block what they called an unprecedented surge of thousands of federal immigration officers into the area. Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison called the operation a federal invasion, while the White House called the lawsuit a pathetic stunt. Meanwhile, Trump encouraged Iranian protesters to keep protesting and to take over your institutions, saying, "Help is on the way." Iran faced nationwide protests, and security forces reportedly killed more than 2,000 people and arrested roughly 16,700 while shutting down the internet. In other news, Jeanine Pirro subpoenaed the Federal Reserve without seeking approval from senior Justice Department officials, as her office pursued a criminal probe tied to Jerome Powell's congressional testimony on renovation cost overruns. Powell said the subpoenas and threats of indictment were politically motivated pressure, while Pirro said the Fed ignored outreach. Also, global central bank leaders issued a rare joint statement backing Jerome Powell, calling central bank independence a cornerstone of stability. Trump denied ordering the investigation, but kept attacking Powell and said, "That jerk will be gone soon." Next, consumer prices rose 2.7% in December from a year earlier, matching November, with core inflation running about 2.6 to 2.7%. With inflation still above the Fed's 2% goal, Federal Reserve officials were expected to hold rates steady, even as Trump demanded meaningfully lower rates. Meanwhile, about 1.4 million fewer people enrolled in Affordable Care Act health plans so far this year compared with last year's final enrollment. Compared with the same point in last year's window, signups were down about 800,000, and the early figures didn't show how many people were postponing, switching coverage, or leaving the market. Finally, Bill Clinton refused to appear for a House Oversight Committee deposition in its Jeffrey Epstein investigation, and Chairman James Comer threatened contempt of Congress. Clinton and his lawyers called the subpoena legally invalid, and Comer said the committee would move toward a contempt vote anyway. That's all for now. You can find the full edition and all the cited sources at WTFJHT.com. And if you have a minute, help me improve this. WTFJHT.com/feedback. Thanks for listening. I'm Matt Kieser, and I'm glad you're here.